Hi there. How's going on, everybody? I hope you are doing good. So today we are going to explore the common libraries which every Python programmer has to use. So means that I have listed 20 libraries for that, which is very important. You must learn these libraries before starting coding and the all things while learning the Python programming, okay, or Python concepts or building a logic, because it will help you entire life. Like one of my teacher, he was saying, I had made one girlfriend. She betrayed me, but I betrayed 2 3 years Python programming, but still my Python programming is feeding me. But that girlfriend, she betrayed me. I lived that for 15 days only. She went with someone. So like that, you should consider, means love your language, love girlfriend ex also, but love your language more than anyone, because it will feed you entire life. So that's why you should learn you all the functionalities about your uh, language. So Python has, as we know, rich library functionalities are there. So we have some basic modules. So for that, we must know before starting programming. For like if you want to become a good programmer or bad also, but you need to know that all modules. Na, that's after that you will become programmer. It's good or bad in your hand. Then you want to make yourself a developer, a data scientist, machine learning engineer, deep learning engineer, computer vision engineer, AI engineer, artificial intelligence for teachers, or anything. If you are using Python, it is must to know the 20 languages or 20 modules and libraries which I have written here. So it's a list. I will give it this list to the description in the video. You will get to know all the things, but we should explore first each and every module. Okay, so OS module first. Like I will go here. So geeks for geeks, it is giving, but no, I want to explore the original document here. So you will get to know here, like for original document, it's a Python document website. So here you will get to know all the things. Okay, so OS, it's a miscellaneous operating system interfaces. This library will help you a lot to access your computer or operating system locally. I have written here also for interacting with the operating system while doing like inferring the path. Sometimes we are not able to read or path from or local environment or environment when we set our environment. So we use this OS library for accessing the paths from the relate this or local system, like relative or what to say that uh, uh, relative and absolute path, sorry. Okay, so for that, and we have a lot of parameters here, so that we can use that, like OS file name, command line arguments, environment variable. You can use these things, and Python UTF-8 mode you can use on that. Sometimes while reading the data set, it is not supporting that. On that time also we use that one, and this library you should know. So for uh, like so change the directory, for changing the directory, fetch the directory, for get working direct current working directory, we use these things. So this is very important library actually. So it's a module of Python. Okay, we are in Python documentation here. So you will get to know, if you will search here any module like OS, then it will give you that OS module like this. Oh, sorry, no result is found, it is saying. Why, I don't know why it is not, but because it is miscellaneous. No, another one is system. So like sys a module in Python. You will go there, you will again see that system, it's a system. That was operating system, it's a system. like that you can use. It is also same library. And math library you should learn for mathematical operating functions, operations and functions like plus minus, divide, floor, integer, whatever you want to what you can do. And that random library or module, we use this one very oftenly, like in random module na, in Python you will get here. So here they have mentioned generate pseudo random number. Believe me, it's a function inside the Python, from random dot random or randint or randint. So these functions will make help you to make a fake data generation. Like in pandas data frame, we have used a lot. If you will go there and search for that EDA series, na, here in playlist, you will go, and in EDA series you will go, you will get to know here this pandas. Inside this we have used a lot that one. So go and search it, random for data generation, date time with dealing with date time. We must know as a programmer, and time library also for waiting time, and the sometimes we use multi-threading, multi-preprocessing, so we have to give await time for working with time and delays, like that. In web framework like REST API, or Flask or Fast API, we use this delays for giving the reference. Argparse, I would like to tell about this library. uh, argparser, parser for command line options and argument and subcommands. What happens is that sometimes you there is two keywords in Python, argument and keyword argument. Based on this argparser, you can create some kind of functions, like while creating is one convolutional neural network or any deep learning neural network. We use this arg parser in data science a lot. In our entire life you will use, like arg parser dot argument parser, and you can write any kind of argument inside this. Means if whatever you want, you can make your own arguments here. Then another one is logging. It's very important. Instead of using print statement, use this logging function, so that you can get to know with time and date, you will get to know how to log it, like which kind of process, how much process has been done of running codes. You will get to know about this. These are all Python modules, you should know about these modules. And if I will write code for any program in future, I'm going to start machine learning, um, Python programming. So then I will show you in deeply, while making the API we have to log the process. So that's why you should learn that. And JSON, it's a kind of data set, and entire in deep learning and in transformers and diffusion models, so we use only JSON format and HTML format. So mostly JSON format. It's a JSON format for data sets, for image data and audio data also sometimes. So CSV, which is a module in Python also, just write JSON Python. So you will get like this encoder decoder in JSON. And if you will write about CSV Python, so you will get that also. So these are the important modules. That's why I'm saying to you to learn. And urllib, it's a URL with working URLs, like you want to extract some kind of data from URLs, you want to download some images from URLs. So you this is very useful library for us in Panda. Oh, sorry, Python. And Ray stands for regular expressions. Working with regular expressions, what are the regular expressions, you will get a separate video for these. So it is a regex library. If you will search about this also, you will get uh, Ray Python. Look, for let me tell you about this library. It's very interesting and very useful. That's why I'm telling. Uh, this library, when you want to extract some kind of text from web scraping, from internet, you will do that, but you will extract with that text symbols, special characters, some images, some brackets, some http servers, and the urls links. But how you will filter that? Like if you want only paragraph in one page, you will see images are there, fonts are there, any kind of another thing, symbols and special characters are there, but you want only text in good format. Then you need to for pre-processing that data, whatever you want, then we use this array library. Okay, so it is very important. Then collections for counting, I have written here, for working with specialized container data types. You can use this, very very important while working with big data set in data science. Iter tools, like for function we have and range function we have, like that we can make use iter tools for iterators and generators. It is very oftenly useful in programming, okay, Python programming. And func tool, it is for working with higher order functions and function uh, decorators. So while making a decorator, so we use this thing. And string function, it is to while working with NLP data and natural language processing, on that time we use this for working with string operations and constant. Then system config, while attaching the system, like on deployment, I'm giving you example of deployment. Like you have code version control, data version control, you have uploaded your code into GitHub, or you have locally hosted code in your system, but you are dockerizing that. Then after that you used Kubernetes for that, and you are using enzymes or maybe Anoi for making your server stable, or you are dividing the giving the API. So on that time you need to configure your local system to that server. So on that time you have to use this socket library for working with network socket. This is as same library here. And this threading library, when we use multi-threading and multi-processing library also, these two libraries are very important. Like it will give you a brief introduction, and while making, like you are making one software which is working in one system, but what that time it is working and giving inference time less than 300 microseconds also. But what if someone is using, you have deployed that model inside the cloud database, and so many people, like thousands or millions of people, they have downloaded and they are using simultaneously at a time, then it will be processed. Then you have to decide workers there, how many clusters or nets they will pod, or applications they will derive, how many instances they will make, how the auto scaling will work. Then this multi-threading and multi-process pre-processing concept will work there. So that's why you should know, as a Python programming users or Python programming language or developer or data scientist, you must know these 20 libraries for using that. I'm giving this all the reference link and the brief introduction about these libraries. Please, after learning the conceptual Python language, you should learn these libraries. Thank you so much till being here. I will make the same video for another library sessions, like for uh, Python developer also I will make. This was for Python programmer, basic Python programmer. Then Python developer, uh, for every Python word user. If you are thinking you are a Python programmer, these 20 libraries or modules you must know with Python programmer. These keywords will make you pro Pythonist. And for machine learning, I will make, for developer, web developers, I will make same 20 libraries, which is very very important for them. But these 20 libraries are important for developer also and data science also. Stay tuned.